Good evening and I welcome you students. What I am talking is enthalpy change of a reaction.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by this, students? Whenever a chemical reaction takes place, what happens, student? There is some change in the enthalpy. As we told you last time, enthalpy is a state function, and when we perform the reactions in chemistry lab or anywhere, student, in open, the pressure is always constant. What is constant? Pressure. So whatever heat change is taking place, that is equal to enthalpy change of the reaction. And how do we calculate the enthalpy change of the reaction, students? If any reaction takes place, for example, if I consider this reaction, students, in this reaction, students, what is happening? This is an example of combustion of methane. You can see methane gas is being burnt in oxygen. It produces carbon dioxide and water, students. So if we want to calculate the enthalpy change of the reaction, what we are saying, the enthalpy change for this reaction can be obtained. Some of the enthalpies of the products, student, these are the products. Which are the products here? Carbon dioxide is the product, water is the
Yes,
product.
sir.
Therefore, I can say that enthalpy change of the reaction can be written as sum of the enthalpies of the products minus sum of the
The
enthalpies
piece
of
of
the
reactants.
reactants. What are these coefficients? These are the coefficients which are there in a balanced equation. When I write the equation, here the coefficient is 1, here it is 2, and this is for the products, this is for the reactants. In other words, student, if I use the concept of molar enthalpy means enthalpy per mole. When I write this, student, what is this? Molar enthalpy. What will be molar enthalpy? That means enthalpy per mole. H by, if there are n moles, that is a molar enthalpy per mole. Enthalpy per mole will be the molar enthalpy. Or in other words, if I say this is my reaction, what are the products here? Carbon dioxide. So what will be the value of this one, student? Here, what is the coefficient 1?
1.
I have the molar enthalpy of carbon dioxide gas, student. Okay, 1, only 1. Plus, what is this? 2 moles. Molar enthalpy of what? We write water, student. Here we have to specify the state also. Water is in the liquid state. Carbon dioxide is in the gas state, student. I am writing. So what is this, student? This is the products. How many products were there? 2 only. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is the enthalpy of the products. Minus enthalpy of the reactant, student. If molar enthalpy of CH4 is known to me, what I will write? Minus of how many molar enthalpy of CH4, students? Molar enthalpy of CH4, since it is a gas, I am specifying the state of this. Plus, I am putting a bracket here. Plus, what is then? 2 moles of 2 into molar enthalpy of oxygen, which is in the gas state. Therefore, if I know these values, if I know the value of this, 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 I can calculate the enthalpy rate of the reaction. Can I? Tell me yes or no. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Note down. Note down everything before I proceed further. So we are telling you that enthalpies can be calculated how, student, for a reaction. This is a reaction which we have taken. So if these values are known to me, student, or are given to me, then I can calculate the enthalpy change for this reaction. This reaction is an example of combustion of methane. As you can see, CH4 is being reacting with oxygen, forming carbon dioxide, water. By this way, we will be able to calculate the enthalpy change of the reaction. Since the reaction is done openly, so this is the delta RH. It is a useful quantity because it tells you, student, whenever you are doing any chemical reaction in an industry at a constant temperature, then it will give you some idea that how much heat changes are taking place in the reaction. So whether heating will be required or cooling will be required in the reaction at a constant temperature. And we can also get idea about the temperature dependence of equilibrium of the reaction. Note down, student. We already told you in exothermic reaction, heats are evolved,
Yes, sir.
and in endothermic reaction, heats are
Heat is absorbed.
absorbed. So exothermic reaction, it will be negative. These combustion reactions are, already a lot of heat is
Yeah, the
evolved.
temperature will become negative.
Temperature will rise. Delta
Oh
H
yeah,
is negative.
it will rise.
Delta H is negative. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir, you can. No, wait, sir. Let me write. I'm just finishing writing.
Okay. You have noted down, students?
Wait, sir. Yes, sir. You can continue. Continue now.
Now, important point to note is, did I tell you any condition of this reaction? Have I mentioned any condition in this case? It is important, student. I'm talking of condition. Did I mention any temperature till now? No.
Not yet.
But if different students perform the same reaction at different temperatures, what will happen? Then will you get the same value? The answer is no. If the pressure, did I mention the pressure? No. So did I mention the states of the reactants and products? You
No.
can see here is gas, 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 then this is liquid. If I change the state of these again, what will happen? The values will change.
Yes, sir.
If instead of gas, I change it to liquid, student, the value will change because every state we have to supply energy to go from one state to another, or energy will be released. Therefore, it becomes necessary to mention the conditions when we study the enthalpies of the reaction. What I'm saying, enthalpy of reaction depends on the conditions. It depends on conditions, students, which we must specify, So what is the temperature? What is the pressure? For example, if we should know what is the temperature, what is the pressure, student, and what type of substances we are using, pure substances, solid, liquid, or gas. Therefore, it becomes important that when we will use certain values we must use some standard value, student. Standard value. What is a standard value? Under the same conditions, the values will be same. Therefore, what I am trying to say, it becomes necessary to define standard enthalpy of the equation. By which I am trying to say, I will mention the conditions which are required for standard conditions. What are standard conditions, student, which can be done anywhere? And these reactions will, and these values will become standard values. What is a standard value? Which is same everywhere. It is not that my value is different. If you go to some other country, value will change. No. When we will perform, student, standard, when we will use standard conditions, those values will always be same everywhere. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, enthalpy of reaction depends on condition under which reaction is carried out. It is necessary we must specify the standard conditions. The standard enthalpy of a reaction is the enthalpy change of a reaction when all the participating substances are in their standard state, students. Important
Okay.
point
Yes, sir.
that all the participating, what do you mean by participating? Participating substances. They are in their standard states. Now we will tell you what do you mean by standard states. First point. Second, we are saying the standard state of a substance at specified temperature is its pure form at 1 bar pressure. Standard state of a substance, he says, what he is saying, standard state is at a given temperature is always measured at 1 bar pressure. Pressure is 1 bar, that is almost equal to 1 atmosphere. Okay? And it is a pure form of that at 1 bar. For example, if I take liquid ethanol, C2H5OH, I'm putting L. L means the liquid ethanol. Then at 298 Kelvin is a pure liquid. And 1 bar pressure, it is a pure liquid, students. So the standard condition for this is C2H5OH liquid. It is not gas. I'm not putting gas here. Then it is not a
Yes, sir.
standard. It is not a standard state. If you say C2H5OH gas, then it is not the standard state of the ethanol at 298 Kelvin and 1 bar. If I write solid, then also it is not the standard state. The standard state is liquid. And standard state of solid iron.
Yes, sir.
I have solid iron as that is 500 Kelvin temperature and 1 bar pressure. Usually, whatever data we will provide student, that will be at 298 Kelvin. So we will consider this to be our standard temperature and 1 bar our pressure. Okay? What is in usually the data are taken at 298 and 1 bar pressure. That will be considered as standard state. And when we will use standard state, what will we do, student? H we represent by this. This is a circle, student. This is change in enthalpy. Change in enthalpy. We are putting this. This delta H is not standard value. But when I will write circle and this will be the standard enthalpy. What it will be? Standard under standard conditions. So 1
Yes,
bar
sir.
pressure, 298 Kelvin, student, note down, then I will further. Can I proceed further, students?
No, sir. Wait, I'm writing. You can continue, sir.
Okay. Now, what type of enthalpy changes we are going to study? This is what I'm saying, enthalpy changes during phase transformation. What do you mean by phase transformation? For example, phase transformation. What is a phase transformation, student? For example, you have a substance in solid state. And when you will convert it into liquid, what will happen, student? This is a phase transformation. Tell me, when solid is converted into liquid, heat will be required. Tell me yes or no. It will absorb heat. And if liquid goes to solid, it will, what will it do? This is heat is absorbed, student, and here heat will be given out. It will give heat. Yes or no? You have water. Put in refrigerator. It becomes ice. What is this? Is it a phase transformation? Yes or no? And what
Yes,
will
sir.
happen? The heat is thrown out by the refrigerator. You have seen it will take heat from the water, throw it out, and it will become solid. So we can say that enthalpy change that accompanies melting of 1 mole of a solid substance in standard state is called standard enthalpy of fusion or molar enthalpy of the fusion. Example, student, you have 1 mole of water. Okay? Here is my water, student. It is in solid state. Solid means it is ice. If I convert it into water, liquid, student, what is this? If 1 mole of water solid is converted into 1 mole of water liquid, students, then what happens? You have 1 bar pressure, and you know this process takes place at what temperature? What temperature it takes place? You know what is the melting point of ice? When phase change takes place, what happens? The temperature remains constant. Am I right? At the phase change. Is it right or wrong? Because enthalpy of, you will need, student, enthalpy of fusion. This is called enthalpy of fusion. If I write this is a standard enthalpy of fusion, students. So this melting takes place at atmospheric pressure, and at the temperature remains constant. When solid will melt into ice, you know that temperature 273 Kelvin. And the value of this is known to you, student. What is the value? In this, heat will be absorbed when you go from solid to liquid. Tell me, if water solid is converted into water liquid, heat will be absorbed. This value is 6 kilojoules per mole, student. How much is this? 6 kilojoule per mole. So much heat is required, student, when you will melt
Yes, sir.
1 mole of solid into liquid. If I do the reverse, what is reverse? Water liquid to water solid. If you want to go from liquid to solid, students, what will happen? Now this absorbed heat, this will give heat. This will give heat, student, and the value will change to minus 6.0 kilojoule per mole. Got the point? So heat is going to be evolved. Water you want to freeze, it will have to give the heat student to the surroundings. How much? Reverse of this, minus 6 kilojoule. So here I am saying enthalpy change that accompanies melting of 1 mole of solid substance in standard state is called standard enthalpy of fusion or molar enthalpy. Note it down, then I proceed further. Noted. Once you have noted, I will proceed further, students. Can I proceed further? Can I proceed further, students?
Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Now, this is the enthalpy of fusion. What happens, student, if you convert liquid into vapor, what will happen? If there is a liquid, student, if you convert that into vapor or gas, what is that process known as? What is that called? Vaporization.
Vaporization.
So we can say that enthalpy of vaporization. Enthalpy of vaporization means what? When 1 mole of liquid will be converted into vapor, student, it will absorb heat, and that will be by enthalpy of vaporization. So amount of heat required to vaporize 1 mole of a liquid at constant temperature under standard pressure is 1 bar is called standard enthalpy of vaporization or molar enthalpy of vaporization. So for example, student, if I have water, you have water, student, water liquid. If I take 1 mole of this, if I convert it into 1 mole of gas, student, then what is that? This is enthalpy of vaporization, standard enthalpy of vaporization for the water, student. And this pressure is again, I'm saying 1 bar, student. And you know, this is happening at the boiling point of the water. The temperature will become constant when water liquid will start converting into water gas. And you know how much is this value, student? Standard enthalpy of vaporization is plus 40.79 kilojoule per mole. So this value you can see is more than the enthalpy of fusion. More energy is required to vaporize the water, student, than to melt it. Note it down, student. Note it down before I proceed further. Note it down. Enthalpy of fusion, enthalpy of vaporization. Note it down. Note
Yes, sir.
down.
Writing, sir.
Okay, note down. So standard of enthalpy of fusion, I have told you. Standard enthalpy of vaporization, I have told you.
this value is more, the magnitude of enthalpy, I can say that the magnitude of enthalpy change, will depends on the strength of intermolecular attractive forces, depends on intermolecular attractive interactions, students,
Yes, sir.
between the molecules. If these forces are strong, if the molecules are tied up strongly with strong attractive forces, then you have to supply more energy, and therefore it will become, the molecules are tightly held up together, then you have to supply more energy as compared to. So here, if you are evaporating water, you have 40.79. But if you take acetone, CH3, if I take acetone, student, then what will happen? If I have acetone, if I want to convert it into gas, will the value same or more or less? Will the value be less or more, student? For the case of acetone, this delta vaporization of acetone will be less than delta vaporization of water. Why? What is the reason? In water, student, water molecules are held by, you know what is happening in the water? There is a strong hydrogen bonding. Can you see? In the case of the water, what is happening, student? Negative, positive. So you can see there are strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding in water. So water molecules are held by, you can see water H2O molecules, they are held by strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And therefore what will happen? You will need more energy in this case. Since the intermolecular force of attraction is stronger, wherever you have stronger hydrogen bond formation or strong dipole-dipole interaction, what will happen? Then the value of enthalpy of vaporization will increase, student. So it will depend on if certain compounds can form hydrogen bonds or you have dipole interaction, students. If they are strong, what will happen? The molecules will be strongly tied up and you will need more enthalpy of vaporization. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, note down everything, students. Note down everything. Note down everything.
Yes, sir.
Next, I am coming to standard enthalpy of sublimation. What is sublimation, students? Can you tell me what is sublimation? What is sublimation? What do you mean by sublimation? When a solid is directly converted into gas, students. You know certain solids, when you heat them, they are directly converted into gas. What do you call them as? Sublimation process. So if I take 1 mole of solid and it goes into 1 mole of gas, what will be that, student? That will be standard enthalpy of sublimation is the change in enthalpy when 1 mole of solid substance sublimes at constant temperature under standard pressure of 1 bar. Standard pressure of 1 bar, student. So that is what we mean by enthalpy of sublimation. For example, you are aware of solid carbon dioxide. Do you know solid CO2? what you call as dry ice. Are you aware of it? CO2 solid. If I take 1 mole of this and I convert into gas, student, into gas. So when solid carbon dioxide, dry as sublimes, this is at 195 Kelvin temperature, student, and I am saying pressure is 1 bar. The enthalpy of sublimation of this is equal to, it needs, student, 73 kilojoules per mole. 73 kilojoule per mole energy is absorbed when 1 mole of carbon dioxide solid is converted into 1 mole of CO2 gas. And this process is called sublimation. Sublimation, student, note it down. You know, there are so many substances which sublime. Ammonium chloride, in the experiment you have seen, student, sublimations. So the two important ones which will be used will be standard enthalpy of fusion, standard enthalpy of vaporization.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Here is a table, student, which will tell you different substances, and this is a freezing TF temperature, freezing point, student, and this is the enthalpy of fusion in kilojoules per mole, and this is the enthalpy of vaporization. You know, enthalpy of fusion takes place at what temperature? At the fusion temperature. So what we are giving, student, what we are giving to you today, standard enthalpy changes, standard enthalpy changes, ठीक है, of certain substances here, fusion and vaporization. See, the nitrogen fusion temperature is 63.15. This is Kelvin, student. This is not Celsius. Kelvin, very low temperature. And enthalpy of fusion is 0.72 kilojoules per mole. At what temperature is this? 63 point. What you are saying? Nitrogen solid. If you will convert into nitrogen liquid, what is the temperature? Fusion temperature 63.15. Then what is the enthalpy of fusion, student, for this process? Standard enthalpy of fusion means 1 bar, 0.72 kilojoule per mole. What is the pressure? 1 bar. If you consider water, this is my water. Water pressure 1 bar, and if you have water, 1 mole of water solid to 1 mole of water gas, student, that what is the freezing temperature of water? 0 degree Celsius, that is 273.5 Kelvin. How much is this? Delta fusion 6.01 kilojoule per mole. This is very small. This is, you can see,
Yes,
compare
sir.
the two values,
Yes, sir.
how small it is. Nitrogen doesn't have any polarity or any hydrogen bond. In water, we have shown you there is a strong attractive force between the water molecules. So this needs more enthalpy, and vaporization values is still more. For water, you see vaporization takes place at 373.5 Kelvin temperature, which is 100 degrees Celsius, and the value is plus 40.79. And for nitrogen, the boiling point 77.35, and this value is only 5.59. See how large it is, how small it is. Similarly, for different substances, we have given these values. This is benzene, student. So these are the melting and boiling points, TF and TB. The value, what we are saying, student, the values of enthalpies of fusion or vaporization, they depend on what factor, student? What are the factors on which? The magnitude of enthalpy change depends on which factor? One depends on what I told you. One, if there is a strong intermolecular hydrogen bond, then force of interaction force is strong. The strength of intermolecular attractive force is strong. ठीक है? So what
Yes,
will
sir.
happen to the value? The value will become high. Similarly, if there is a dipole interaction, if the dipole interaction is strong, what will happen? Again, the value will increase because you have to separate the molecules. If you are melting, they are going away from each other. That means you have to supply the latent heat of fusion. And when you vaporize, you have to apply the latent heat of vaporization. That is why the temperature becomes constant at that point. So stronger the interaction forces between the molecules, more energy will be required, more enthalpy will be there. Note it down. Note down, students. These are some of the values for some of the substances we have given. Even ammonia, you see the value is becoming high because here hydrogen bonding takes place. In NH3 also, 5.65. So note down, note down. Here. Noted. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here is a question coming, student. He says a swimmer coming out of a pool is covered with a film of water weighing about 18 grams. You are in the water pool, you come out. On the body, you have 18 grams of water. How much heat must be supplied to evaporate this water at 298 Kelvin? Calculate the internal energy of vaporization at 100 degrees Celsius. You know delta vaporization of water. Standard value, how much? Plus 40.66 kilojoule per mole. ठीक है, per mole. For 1 mole of the water, enthalpy of vaporization is 40.66 at temperature 373.15 Kelvin, which is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. This value is known to us already. You have 2 minutes to try this before I will do it. What is he saying, student? You have 18 grams of water. ठीक है? It is in the liquid form and you will vaporize it. How much? 18 gram. It will become H2O gas. ठीक है? Am I right? How many moles are there in 18 grams? 18 gram. What is the molecular mass of water? 2 plus 16. 18 gram per mole. So the mole of water is 18 gram divided by 18 gram per mole. So therefore you have 1 mole of water. So then what is the heat? Heat or delta vaporization H is already given to you. How much? 40.66 kilojoule per mole. ठीक है? What
Yes,
is the
sir.
process? Then I can write 1 mole of water liquid is converted into 1 mole of water gas. Mole 18 grams mean 1 mole. A delta H value is this much. Then you know the formula. Internal energy. How you calculate internal energy? Delta U plus delta N G R D, student. Delta U will be equal to delta H minus delta NGRT. What is R? Is gas constant. What is the value of R, student? 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin. You have to calculate the value of delta Ng for this. How many gas moles? 1. There is no gas here. 0. 1 mole. So delta Ng is 1. Temperature is 373. Then you calculate the value, student. Delta U will be equal to delta H is how much? 40.66 into 10 power 3 joule per mole minus 1 into R value 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin. Temperature 373 Kelvin. Calculate this value. How much it is coming? You can use the calculator. What is the answer coming, students?
Yes, sir.
How much is this? The units have to be taken care because this is kilojoules. R is in joules, so I have to convert it to joules. 40.66 10 power 3 joule per mole minus multiply these two values. What will you get? 373 into 8.314 around 3.10 into 10 power 3 joule per mole. What is the answer coming, student? Delta U. Internal energy of vaporization. Internal energy of vaporization, student. 1 mole of water.
37.56.
37.56 kilojoules per mole.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see, student, what is the use of enthalpies which we are studying. If you are convert solid into liquid, enthalpy is required. Heat will be absorbed. If you convert a liquid into solid, the same amount of heat will be given per mole, per mole. So we have to use standard conditions. Then only we can compare the numbers. If conditions are not standard, numbers cannot be compared. So where you have enthalpy of different substances will have different values of enthalpy of fusion and enthalpies of vaporization. Why? Because the intermolecular attractive forces are different. Stronger the intermolecular attractive forces, more will be the value of the enthalpy change required for 1 mole of the substance. And measurements are being done at 1 bar pressure. Pressure is constant where we are sitting right now, student, atmospheric pressure. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, then we will continue next time with further chapter on different types of
Okay, sir.
enthalpies, combustion, formation, etc. We will study and do some problems on that, including Hasse law of heat summation, which will be there in the paper. Important questions will be solved. Okay, then good night. Noted everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good night.
Good night, sir.